So anyway, I got this movie I'm thinking of producing. It's about this little boy who...
Look. I'll be honest with you. I'm willing to make any movie you want, so as long as there aren't kids in the script.
Why? Are you on some sort of offender list?
Gross! No! We're just running low on orphans.
What?
I know, but Kremlin Frodrangles is late, and, he should have been here months ago.
Kremlin Frodrangles?
You know, Kremlin Frodrangles, the man that has secretly been making Hollywood work for years by giving us orphan babies that we then give to actor couples who want kids without having to get pregnant, under the condition they force the kids to become actors, thus continuing the self-sustaining Hollywood economy.
Nope. I did not know about that.
Wow, ignore it?
Ignore the secret orphan industry.
If you don't ignore it, how else can we fuck them?
Oh, that's a solid erection-inducing point.
Say, speaking of erection-inducing, nipples. What nipples do you want more than any in the world?
My mom's.
No, Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
Good, so you'll make a movie involving her.
Yeah. Should we call her or something?
No, we'll just tell her it'll empower women and save animals.
Oh, do I have to...
No, don't worry about it. Just come up with the name and we'll make college interns write the rest. In fact, they'll probably give it a new name.
Oh, good, okay. I call the movie Point Blanca.
That's great. The interns will probably call it, Barb Wire.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to do something.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure because it's so boring you walk away without pressing pause and forget to ask the question, why would you make this?
I did that!
8 times! Oh, my God.
I also fell asleep during it.
Yeah. At the end, there was 3 minutes left, and I walked away for 20. I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, Danny Money. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, sir. Yourself?
I'm doing well. It's been a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
J Delta. What's up?
What's up?
Not the ratings for this film.
No.
Oh, my God. So, we watched Barb Wire, the action sci-fi released May 3rd, 1996.
Sci-fi.
That's what the internet told me.
Sure.
I guess post-apocalyptic world is considered sci-fi.
But it's not really post-apocalyptic. I mean, it's just like there's a war going on.
Yeah, it's post-war.
It's just,
I guess.
it's just like, for whatever reason, the country has a civil war. One country turns into Nazis. One is like the freedom fighting. It's basically like Red Dawn.
Sure.
And then the last free city on Earth just decides they're going to do really bad Mad Max cosplay.
I guess.
It bothered me so much, especially when they go see Big Fatso. Because everyone's just wearing, like, just garbage on their head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't even look cool like in Mad Max. It's just, like, you gotta put a little more garbage on your right ear, and you put these goggles on.
Yeah.
I can't see through them. No, just leave
Not
it.
on your face. no, on your arms.
Yeah.
Wrap them around. Use this football helmet as a shoulder pad, and then just put this bucket on your head. That'll work, yeah. Wear these gloves on your feet. And wrap your body in trash. It'll be perfect. You'll be protected from all the elements in this technically not post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, just regular world.
It's pretty okay, actually.
Yeah.
So, what happened? Oh, this film got lost in translation. Bulgaria called it Barbed Wire. Added ED. That was kind of
Okay.
The rest added, like, a subtitle to it. So Hungary called it Barbed Wire, A Vengeful Angel. Portugal called it Barbed Wire, Beautiful and Dangerous. Brazil called it Barbed Wire, The Punisher.
What?
Which, this is based on a comic, so that just adds further confusion by calling it The Punisher.
I knew it was based on a comic beforehand. Yeah. I didn't realize it was based on a comic that had like 8 issues.
Oh, I didn't look up how many it had.
Oh, yeah, it was like 19... What year did this come out? Like
6.
Yeah, so it was like 1994, Dark Horse started releasing comics, and they got like 8 issues in, and they were like, whatever, make a movie.
Well, are you sure? Because I do know that this movie did so bad, it stopped the comic series.
Yeah, and they only
so
got...
That's what, yeah.
Like, the original run only, like, hit 9, and then for whatever reason, like, a few years ago...
I asked if it was 2 years old, though, I want to know, because it might have only been a year old.
Yeah, it might have only been,
I wasn't sure if you knew exactly.
But it was legit, like, 8 or 9 issues.
That's insane. I do know, though, that the town is a predominant feature in the Dark Horse. Like, Steel Harbor is a Dark Horse comic universe town. So, like... Barb Wire only had 9 issues, but Steel Harbor appears in, like, 4 of their comics, 5 of their comics.
Got it. All I know is that I clicked on the Wikipedia, and it said notable enemies, and one of them was the Mask.
For Barb Wire?
Yeah.
What?
Like, the Jim Carrey's in it.
Yeah,
that's very odd.
Yeah, I was looking it up. There's a lot of Dark Horse comics that I didn't know were Dark Horse comics, like The Mask, like the movie we did, number 3, Virus, with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
That's based on a Dark Horse comic.
Really?
I forgot about that. The Mask.
They should just...
300, Alien vs. Predator, Time Cop.
Wow, they do not have a good record. Except for Time Cop.
Well, they also did Time Cop 2, so.
Oh, I didn't know there was a 2.
It stars Jason
not Jean-Claude
Scott
Van Damme.
Lee or whatever, or Jason Lee. The one that's not the Power Ranger, the one that was in...
The one that was in Soldier.
Yeah.
He's not the Power Ranger, and he was in Soldier.
Yeah, that's the one. So where were we? Oh, yeah, Turkey called it Barbed Wire, Do Not Call Me Baby. And Russia called it Do Not Call Me Baby. That whole moniker, Do Not Call Me Baby, was done because at the time, or Do Not Call Me Babe, there was a comic of a blonde woman who fought crime or whatever that was called Babe. So then they came out with Barbed Wire, and they're like, don't call me Babe. That's not me.
Dark Horse is literally, don't call me Babe for copyright and legal purposes.
And that is why it only lasted 9 minutes.
You guys don't remember that world-famous puppet frog called, Ralph Johansson, who his catchphrase was, don't you dare call me Kermit. Everybody called everybody Kermit back in the day. Finally, Poland. I think Poland only has one type of cutting implement in their country's history because they called the film The Razor.
They're not a defensive nation. They've never been good at like setting up walls or fences or.
They only shave. That's it. That's the only cut. They don't even have steak knives. They don't eat steak. It's just vegetables. They're all vegetarians. That's why they're so weak. I'm just banging all around right there. All right, so, the budget. Danny Money, you want to do that? It's been so long.
Sure, why not? The budget for the movie was $9 million with a box office gross just under $3.8 million.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I think it was like 300,000 under or something like that.
Wow.
3.8 million.
Surprised it even made that.
Yeah.
For, 1996 standards, that's, a lot of...
To be fair, I think in 1996, this was a really fucking hot film. This was poor.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
This is also this is peak Pamela Anderson, right?
Right,
the early to mid 90s is when it was oh my God, Pamela Anderson's the hottest woman on the planet.
Yeah, you see her nipples once, twice. If you really, really look for them, you could see them 4 or 5 times in this film.
But I've seen the Tommy Lee tape.
But
so.
Or any other time she's been out in public.
Yeah, this is old news.
Exactly, and like you said, Delta, this is literally at her height, because 94, she does Playboy. 95, the Tommy Lee tape comes out. Does this 96, and then 96, she does Playboy again. So this is, literally at her height.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Baywatch is, that whole time.
Yeah, that's true, too, yeah.
Then she had that TV show, V.I.P.
Yeah.
Valerie Irons Protection.
Would you look it up?
Is that what that stood for?
I remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was watching this and I was like, man, I remember that show. Let me look it up. And literally the plot was in the first episode, she's like just a dummy, and she accidentally saves a celebrity. So then, like, real security agency is like, we're gonna use you as marketing, and every episode involves her accidentally being the hero. Like, she's just ditzy, and like, you know, one of the security guards is like XKGB, and one's like a karate ninja man, and but somehow she saves the day accidentally every time.
Why not?
Look, it came on like 1 a.m. Saturday nights after Mad TV. Yeah.
I was there for the last episode, actually, I remember.
I think it came on after Stargate, after Mad TV, but before, like, the Women of Wrestling.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that's right. Man. Saturday night at 3 a.m.
Prime time. Dude, the only people watching that thing were jerking off to it. Yeah. 3 a.m. on a Saturday, home from the bar, drunk, didn't get laid.
And, like, I was a teenager, and even I was like, nah.
That's because they all looked like your mom's friends. They weren't, like, you know, WWE, like, sex and shit.
Yeah.
So.
We were starting to get internet porn.
Yeah. All those pixels.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're about 3/4 of the way through this picture. It's finally getting sexy.
Just gotta wait. I press play, and then I have to wait a good half hour for the 30-second video to load. And, okay, now I watch it. Oh, I don't like this. Well, better luck next month. I used all my bandwidth.
Oh, man.
All right, so let's go on to the best hour.
Our favorite hour?
Our favorite hour! The Troy McClure hour. Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You'll recognize me from such technically not sexploitation films as Bitch Hunter, the bitch that hunts sexist men, or Dumb Cunt, the Vagina Monologues 2.
Oh my god.
Because it's dumb is a play. Anyway, Xander Berkeley plays Alexander Williams. Actually, he plays Chief Willis. Sorry, Alexander Willis. He plays Chief Willis though, because he's like the chief of police. And you never really hear. I think you hear Alexander once, maybe. I think Barb might say it.
Maybe.
I think she called it maybe, but he's Chief Willis.
Oh, actually, yes, she does when like she does her narration introduction. Where she's like, yeah, he was dirty and corrupt, but he was honest about it.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you'll recognize him maybe from Terminator 2, Air Force One, or Shanghai Noon. Dude, that's what I did the whole time. I'm like,
I know.
Where? When? What scene?
Terminator 2,
yeah.
He's the stepdad.
Oh, the one that gets killed or whatever?
He's drinking the milk and the knife goes, yeah.
Oh, I would have never figured that out.
Yeah,
all right, okay, cool. So, what's this? Udo Kier? Yeah, I guess. He plays Curly. You'll recognize him maybe in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. No, we recognize him, though, from Johnny Mnemonic as Rafi.
Yeah, he gets cut up.
Yeah, exactly. And End of Days
oh
as
my God.
Dr. Snake from 79. Or Snake Doctor 79, which one? I forget it. End of Days. And he's also Yuri from Command & Conquer Red Alert 2.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys played that. I played that. I loved Red Alert. So, yeah, he played Yuri from number 2.
What?
Took over the whole of America.
Yeah.
Evil man. Jack Noseworthy plays Charlie.
Can't be his real name.
That's what I said. But, yeah. You'll recognize him from Idle Hands, Cecil B. Demented, or Undercover Brother. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
he was in those things. Finally, Clint Howard. He plays Schmitz. We recognize him from Santa with Muscles, The Cat in the Hat, and being Ron Howard's younger brother.
Inconceivable.
That's not him.
No.
That's Sean. Sean Williams?
Yeah. Oh man.
Wallace Shawn. That's who.
That's right.
Wallace Shawn. He played the guard in Mom and Dad Save
yes.
the World. Marge.
Oh man.
The only good part of the whole
racist.
movie.
Just all these like short, balding white guys.
Short, curly-haired, bald white guys. They all look the same. Remember? You don't remember Clint Howard?
Yeah.
He played George Costanza on Seinfeld.
I will say, while we're in the Troy McClure hour, the guy who plays Big Fatso, I was like, do I know this guy from anywhere? And I looked him up.
No.
No,
yeah.
But the picture on IMDb, like, you click on it,
Yes.
and it's the dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I was like, what?
Wait,
what?
Because it's the one scene he appeared in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he was like behind bars.
Yeah.
But the dad's on the other side, so you just see the dad and bars.
Yeah.
You go, oh! I remember that show way differently. Yeah. I was confused by that job.
Okay.
I remember looking at it and go, is he Will Smith? Because I see Will Smith in that picture too. So, yeah, you can see the full cast of crew at imdb.com. You guys want to start the film?
Nope.
Me either. It took me 4 days to watch this film.
Yeah.
Because I kept going, there's got to be something else on. I watched Beverly Hills Cop 3 instead of this film.
I watched Batman Forever.
Yeah, and guess what? Same director. Not same director, but the director, the second unit director of Batman Forever. This was his like directorial debut. Not debut because he did music videos.
Yeah, but like film feature length.
That
Wow.
it explains the early references.
Oh man.
Okay, so let's start the film. The film opens on shots of rocks?
Yep.
I don't know what those are. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
A desert?
Some sort of topographical desert or something.
Mars?
That's what I thought, but
Yeah.
no, we never go to space.
We never got our ass to Mars.
No. The Second American World War. This is all text over the screen.
Civil War.
Oh, sorry, the Second American Civil
It
War.
can't- I mean, look, I know Americans, we're full of ourselves.
I mean, come on, guys. Really not.
Look, I mean, we're fighting each other, right? We're basically the world.
Right? Come on. It's America versus all of America's immigrants. Oh. So, here, this is all the text. The old democracy is overthrown by a tyrannical new group called the Congressional Directorate. Every city in the nation is under martial law except one, Steel Harbor, the last free city. The secluded island of shrinking independence is a place marked by chaos and crime, providing a home for a new kind of mercenary. Then we cut to Pam Anderson, and she's doing a wet dance on stage. Yeah. Foot loose, cut loose. That's not it, no.
Watching this opening, like, I was like, how that dress? There's no way her nipples aren't popping out. And yeah, it turns out no. It's just for whatever reason. Yeah, they were.
They were all over the place.
Yeah.
At first, it's shot in shadows, so you can't.
Yeah.
You're like, what are they?
But
Is
then
that?
no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, I don't know what version you guys saw, because I rented mine from the library, and it was, like, the unrated version. Yeah, I was really confused, too.
From the library?
Yeah.
Democracy is working.
Yeah, like, it was really long to the point where I'm just like, man, this is way longer than it should be. Like, I get it. She's hot. She's a sex symbol at that time. But, like, we get it. She's wet. Her nipples are out.
All right, get
Get
there.
Let's get along with this.
Yeah, I didn't read about any unrated or uncut versions, so I don't know if you got a longer version, but I do know, I didn't watch it, but trivia claimed that at the end of the credits, there is a uncut version of that dance after the credits. So there is a longer version.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe you got that, like if it's whatever. Would you say unrated or
yeah, unrated.
unrated? So I don't, maybe
So
not.
I wonder,
maybe.
if that was, like, the beginning of mine.
I rented it from Amazon.
Yeah, me too. Because I tried to steal it from online, and nobody cared enough to make a movie that was actually watchable. One, you know how halfway through the movie, what's that girl's name? Spike, she has the robot voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the version I watched online, everybody had that
Everybody
voice.
had the except her.
Yeah. Actually, no, she had it double, which was so weird. Oh, yeah, so she's dancing on stage. Men cheer her on. One calls her babe, so of course she kills him. Don't ever call me babe. Nobody calls me babe. I forget the fucking line.
Yeah.
The presumed club owner, I guess, they don't really explain this too deeply, is told by his underling that the package has arrived. And he's like, what about the blonde on stage? And the underling was like, oh, she's new. I haven't had a chance to feel her out yet. And when he says feel her out, he makes like a fuck motion with his hands, like a penetration, the fingers in the... And I was like,
Yeah.
Gross. So the underling assures the owner, the package is great. It's as fresh as veal. Oh my God. Backstage, one of the underling, the main underling dude, he enters the dressing room, tells Pam, come to my office, we'll talk about pay. Cut to the kitchen. We're not talking about pay. Sam is looking in the kitchen for stuff. I call her Pam because we don't learn her name is Barb Wire.
Yeah.
So Pam's looking through the kitchen for stuff. She goes to take a file out of her purse, but she hears footsteps, so she takes out a cigarette instead. And it's that underling guy from before. He's like, why are you here? Well, you should have met me. And he's like, you have a light? It's a cigarette dart. He's dead. I was like, oh, that happened quick.
Yeah.
Okay. She busts open like a meat freezer, locker, or whatever. There's a girl in there. Suddenly that freshest veal line gets even worse. So she takes her out. They escape out of a garbage chute, then up some stairs, then down a window. The garbage chute went down, so they went down the garbage chute.
Then they went too far down.
Yeah, so they had to go back up the stairs.
Well, yeah.
And it was too far up. So they had to go down a window. And she takes the girl to her presumed parents, waiting. Pam, still at this point, asks for pay, and they're like, we couldn't find the money. She's like, I'll take half the girl then if you only came up with half the money. And they take the car and drive away. Or Pam takes the car and drives away. Oh, half the money in the car, good enough for me. So she's some sort of mercenary, we learn, I guess. Okay, it's coming together. Not really, no, yeah. Voiceover. We see Pam parked on a cliff, and we learn, I was here. It's, we learn everything we learned in the intro, basically. 2017, Second Civil War. It was the worst year of my life. The way she describes it, though, she's like, I lived there for 3 years. To me, that's like a happened in the past. I lived there for 3 years.
Oh, so then the movie takes place in...
Flashback form?
2020?
I guess? Like, I don't...
Yeah, I wasn't sure either what time period, if it took place 2017 or 2020, or she's saying... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because the problem I assume we're all having is the intro says 2020, and then... Or, excuse me, the intro says 2017.
Yep.
That's what it says. And then halfway through the film... she goes on prostitution. She has a medical card, and it says on the card, good health as of January 7th, 2019.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and then it seems like there's, like, time placed at, so I don't... 2025? 2030? I got no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue when this movie takes place.
Okay, well, you went to one thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure because of that reasoning.
Yeah.
Because of the ID that we see later.
Yeah, and then the same thing. She says she lived there for 3 years. So, was she originally there in 2015 or 2014 or whatever? And we're just not talking about that. We're only talking about the last 6 months of her living there, or.
But the intro says it's 2017, and that's when the first thing happens.
Yeah,
like the first thing we see.
Exactly.
And she's been living there. Yes, and she's been living there since 2014. And then we flash forward to at least 2019?
I guess.
Perfect. This movie takes place over the span of at least 6 years.
Yeah. Possibly a decade worth of film. So, we go to a destroyed Capitol building. A woman is being tortured with either pain or pleasure. I can't tell.
100%. There's no, like... I was watching, and I was like, this is an orgasm machine. Is that...
Because it seems like it's like there's lightning, and they're in a dark room, and there's military men everywhere, and there's screams, but the screams are... Tell me where they are, or I'll give you more!
I don't know.
They're the Easter Bunny. Yeah, so just orgasm after orgasm, I guess, of torture.
See, the key is you give them an orgasm, and then they get too sensitive.
Oh, and you keep going.
Yeah,
and
you keep
then
going.
it's, Your Honor, he made me come. Then what do? He made me come again. All right, we're not believing your story. There's no way this is torture. Get out of here. So after enough torture, she's like, Dr. Cora D, the person you're looking for, she's going to Steel Harbor with freedom fighter Axel to meet the rebel resistance and get the retina lenses so she can get out of the country. And Krebs has the lenses right now. Also, Cora D had plastic surgery, so you won't recognize her.
That is so much information you just gave me.
Dude, she said it was a minute
Yeah.
worth of time. All that information is crammed in there.
There's no way even the guys torturing her were able to follow that.
Yeah. They had to go back and rewatch that scene. You bring up security cameras. I don't know what she just told us. The head guy pleasures her to death, I guess, based on our accounts, and gets a phone call, and he reveals that Cora D, a.k.a. Dr. Devonshire, has a antidote to their greatest biological weapon in her bloodstream, so they have to get her and stop that so they can remain in power.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And they basically he just says everything we just heard, Steel Harbor, blah, 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 blah. We see Axel and Cora escape in a car via rain. Or via car in the rain.
Via rain.
In the car, in the rain. Via love.
A tunnel of love.
Oh. Vaginas. Oh, that's not what that ride's a metaphor for.
No.
It's not the vagina boat canal.
Everyone knows after Fear that it's the roller coaster. Marky Mark going down on what is it, Reese Witherspoon? What? Roller coaster's Tunnel Love.
You're referencing a film that I haven't seen yet. Or a real life event I'm not aware of. All right, so we go to the Hammerhead Club. It's being guarded by Tiny Zeus Lister, but we just see him go back in the line and throw a guy.
Yeah.
And we never see him again, so.
And also, I didn't notice this until I call it a second viewing, but I just kind of skimmed it.
Sure.
There are, UN guards there.
Yeah.
Really?
All the guys you see, in the background, they always have guns, and they have, the blue helmets or the blue berets on.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are supposed to be UN guys, and I only know that because way later in the film, when they go to exit
at the
Steel
airport.
Harbor, it's you're now leaving, UN-protected zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Which makes everything that happens in the city make even less sense, because that means the UN protects nothing. They show up, and then when the military comes there, they go, oh well, we're just here to make sure it's still here.
But isn't that the UN in real life, though? They're just there to kind of make sure things go on. They really don't do anything.
They stand there with their gun, and then when atrocities get committed, they go, "Hey, you!
Yeah.
You better not!
Ooh, you dirty rats!
If you shoot one more guy, I'm gonna point my finger at you again and tell you not to shoot the next guy."
I'm gonna tell everybody what you did at the next meeting.
And then eventually, when your country goes down, we're going to hold you on trial. But we ain't going to do much to you.
We'll find you guilty.
And then hope somebody else, will do something about
We'll
that.
leave the punishment up to you.
Yeah.
We'll just turn around. If you go to Brazil, we don't know anything.
Argentina was a So, in the bar, in the Hammerhead bar, there's a gun check and a lady rock band and drinking and fighting and tattooing, and it's crazy, you guys. Oh my God, the craziest. So, a sheik argues over a deal with the head waiter, and the radio DJ sends out a request, and a blind guy fails with the ladies. Also, that blind guy turns out to be Barb Wire's brother.
Who is also in Undercover Brother, apparently.
I guess I don't know who. Mr. Somebody. I didn't care. So we jump to Axel and Cora D. Surprise customs stop starts and ends with police killing everybody. But Cora and Axel escape. So, where are they now?
What I don't understand is, how do they escape? Because they clearly don't go, oh shit, once the first guy gets killed.
Yeah.
And the second guy's running at them, yelling at them to run, but yet they somehow get out without the cops from behind not noticing and shooting at them.
They had one of those cars where the back seat opens up and they escape through the trunk.
There was cops in the back.
Well, no, they were all up front shooting. Yeah, there were. They all closed them in, and the ones in the back just ran up to the front.
We need backup at the front of the car.
Exactly.
Oh, they shot one guy. We want to turn at that.
You know, quota. We all got to use a bullet, so.
Everyone's got to turn in their bullet count at the end of the month, and I'm falling short this month.
Well, fully okay.
I'm falling short of
The quota.
Yeah, of the quota.
By having too many bullets in my gun. That's the problem. There it is. Okay.
It's confusing. I'll bring it up at the next union meeting.
That's why nobody ever talks about it. It's too confusing. How can you reform something you don't understand? So what do we have here? Oh, we go back to the Hammerhead. The waiter, Curly, is his name apparently. He's like, I hate to talk about this, but when are you going to pay me for all the work I do? I was just like, oh man, life's rough over there.
Yeah. Wow, America really hasn't changed.
Alternate universe, my ass. And she's like, don't worry, I have a job to go to, and leaves. And then we go back to Axel and Cora. They sneak up on custom agents, murder them, and leave. Really an unnecessary scene. I don't. Oh, we do learn that they have to go find Krebs, which actually we already knew. So,
but who's Krebs?
Oh,
he's that guy the orgasm girl told us about very briefly.
So, anyway, this is the prostitution scene. Barb apparently moonlights as a prostitute in a terrible part of town. A fat, sweaty guy asks if she's clean, and we see the medical card that says January 7th, 2019, presuming the numbers are American standard. If it's like Canadian or European, where instead of being 1/7,
okay.
it would be July 1st. Yeah.
Either way, it's 2019.
The year's definitely wrong. The months don't matter on that yet. So inside the building, the man goes into the bathroom to prepare himself. She looks through a wall with like some, I don't know, binocular technology thing and sees whatever she's looking for. The man comes out. He's dressed in leather and wants to be spanked, and he bends over and she smacks him over the head. Like,
and he's dead.
Oops. Yeah, he's definitely dead. And this whole movie is a death hallucination by him. Yeah. Even though people involved in this story may have already died, no, it's this fat guy. Like, how did Cora and Axel escape? They didn't. They're dead. This is all no. They really escaped. Fat guy death hallucination. That's what's going on here.
His dying dream is like, oh, congressional director has been defeated.
My prostitute is really a bounty hunter. Yes! That's the dream I have. So, what is it? Oh, she blows a hole. She knocks the guy out. She blows a hole in the wall, goes in the next room. Turns out it's Krebs, the guy with the glasses, or whatever, contact lenses.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, she doesn't know anything about the contact lenses, but that's Krebs. Okay, cool, I found him. There's men downstairs, like on guard, so they come up. It's a shootout now.
This whole thing confused me, because I didn't know if the guards were guarding the guy...
The fat guy?
The fat guy, or... Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they were guarding Krebs.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't know why. I guess maybe they were hired security or something like that.
Well, it probably is some sort of thing with the cops, because you find out the reason they want Krebs is because of the bond. That's why Clint Howard's character wants him. Because Clint Howard's character is like a bond dealer or something like that.
Got it.
Okay, sure.
But what I don't understand, like, and I've never really shot guns to know, like, how guns really work, but I would assume if you hide behind a wooden table, after a while, the bullets would go through, if not the table would get destroyed.
I was like, I can't believe a wooden table is thicker than a refrigerator door, but I don't know how density works, so fine by me, really. The fight scene bothered me because all the kicking and punching and shooting, the camera zoomed in with it.
Yeah.
And like I was like, dude, this is exactly how Raw films all their fucking shows now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, everything's quick cut, quick, zoom punch, zooms. Like the camera is attached to the fist zooming in. Dude, it's so bad. Like, people tell me that the stories are bad, and I go, I can't get past what I'm looking at to understand anything. And then after she beats everybody up, some guy walks in and he's like, blah, 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 babe. And she's like, and just picks up a gun and shoots him out the window. And then his tie gets caught, so he also gets hanged. So he's double dead.
He's double dead.
Don't ever call me babe. Barb takes Krebs to Schmidt's, but she wants more money because his intel was off. And he's like, all right, fine. And he gives her the money, but she's like, no, I want Canadian money. And he's like, all right, I'm being extorted. And there's a bit of a standoff, and then it's like, okay, here's your money, bye. We go back to the Hammerhead. A young soldier asks Barb to dance, and the soldier says, hey, did you hear? The confessionals just took over Denver. And I go, well, how? Steel Harbor's the last free city in America.
Yeah.
How can they take anything over then?
Well, the Civil War is still going on, and martial law has been declared everywhere by both sides, I guess.
It's like, I just want to say sure, because the other option is to keep arguing about it, and I don't, none of it, every time you get information from this movie.
Yeah, it just confuses you.
I know less.
But is there even another side even left, if you think about it? Because Safe Harbor is the only free, whatchamacallit,
that's what
from
I mean.
The congressional, so that's it. Yeah.
Well, no, there's the Congressional Directorate, and then America is still left. Because this guy has, like, the American flag, where all the congressional guys have, like, the cartoonish, like, eagle. And
definitely not a Nazi thing going on, yeah.
Totally not. And they all wear black and red goggles for some reason.
The old Brand X Army.
Yeah.
I thought that soldier was with the congressionals.
No, I think he's supposed to be, like, still fighting the good fight.
Maybe I didn't pay enough attention, but I thought he was excited that the congressionals took over Denver. Or Nevada, or whatever he said.
No, he wasn't, because he mentioned that he was from Cold Spring Harbor, and then she asked him if he's been there lately, and he said he doesn't know, but he doesn't know what's going to be left now that the congressionals took over Denver.
All right.
Wow, I can't believe I remembered that.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Maybe it's just a civil war where both sides are evil.
That's true.
Like, there's no good guy.
How dare you not block this movie out, Danny Money? What are you wasting brain power for? All right, whatever. So, the police kick in the door, starting arresting people for having fake IDs. The chief of police, Chief Willis, is doing this because he thinks there's a murder related to the resistance, and he knows this place harbors resistance. So he's like, everything's negotiable, and they go upstairs, and everything goes, all right, put the music back on, go back to partying. They go upstairs. Chief Willis and Barb Wire talk about, I don't care. So she puts on, like, this Jessica Rabbit dress, but it's black instead. Like, it's the same shape and shit. He's like, I'm looking for Krebs. There's, like, $1 million bounty on him. I'll share if you tell me where he is or whatever. And she's like, I don't choose sides or whatever. I don't know why she's Steven Seagal in my mind now. I don't choose sides. I'm Barb Wire. And then Krebs. Willis is like, if you pay me off, I'll stop arresting people. So she pays him off, and they go away.
But if she doesn't choose sides, wouldn't she just be like, oh, yeah, there he is. I just gave him to this guy.
It doesn't make any sense.
Just checking.
Yeah. I'm choosing sides by not choosing sides by choosing sides.
I don't choose sides, but I did choose to not choose sides for you, but I chose sides for them.
Yeah. I don't choose sides, but I will also definitely never work in your favor.
I don't choose sides.
Twink. Gee, I don't know. That's what that, in my mind, that's what that leads to. She says enough confusing things that you just go, I don't know what's going on, and she goes, twink, and zaps away like a genie. Because then you wouldn't even question it. You'd go, oh, of course, she's a genie. Yeah, okay. I'll just go drink some more, or less. I forget how Desert Island drinking works.
Where's the astronaut guy?
That's, yeah. He owned that woman. That was that whole show. Wouldn't it be hilarious if women had powers and they were still owned?
Yeah, that pretty much was that.
If a woman had infinite universal power, what would she want? A baby! Wacky! Oh my god.
To be a manservant. Wow.
Fucking dude, episode like 8 in season 4 was like, I want to learn how to drive. And she was too ditzy to figure it out. Oh my god. I Dream of Genie was a fucking awful.
Also, he was an astronaut before he found the genie. Like, he started off as an astronaut.
Yeah. And then his life never got better. Never once.
How does that work? You find a woman who can literally grant you every wish, and, like, nothing improves.
Oh, it must be America.
Yeah.
That's what it must be. It's America. Got a wife. What's she love? Everything. I can do no wrong. So what are you going to do? Drinking, Peter. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just come home and complain about going to the office. Where's the office? The moon.
I mean, technically, not the moon, because we don't go there anymore. But they still need me to show up and go, that's a good idea.
Well, it used to be the moon, but then cutbacks, and then they closed the moon office, and I did.
Yeah, that's what it is. We opened up they dug a pit for development, and that pit's just sitting there on the moon. No development's being taken over. Really bringing down the value of the neighborhood.
The moon neighborhood.
But yeah. I think Danny Money has stock in the moon neighborhood. He's not appreciating this fucking derogatory talk about the moon.
No, exactly. I am not enjoying your derogatory talk about the moon. Because it's just the sun, turned backwards.
It's just the backside, yeah.
It's the backside.
Everyone knows that. Because Danny Money, of course, worships the sun.
Yeah.
So by proxy, he worships the moon.
Exactly.
Doesn't really respect the moon, but he doesn't disrespect the moon. All right, so if that wasn't the most pointless segment in this show, I will now bring you to the most pointless scene in this movie. Daytime. A very angry man runs in and goes, you, or you, give me a beer right now. And Barb goes, I think you've had enough. And he says something. I don't know. He's like, you're a bitch. I really don't know what he says. And Barb goes, Camille, which is the Rottweiler she has, bag check. Rottweiler runs up, grabs the guy by the fucking dick.
But just enough to let him know he's there.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, and she goes outside or something like that, and the dog drags him outside by the crotch. And then it's nighttime.
So the dog... So Tiny Zeus is the outside bouncer, and the dog is the inside bouncer. All right.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's stupid, but also that's actually how bouncing works. Like, you really need a guy on the outside and on the inside to cover both areas.
Well, yeah,
so
but the inside one's the dog.
It's fine. It's fine. What are you gonna get? Another guy? Come on, really?
Exactly. You gotta actually pay him. Rottweiler, you really don't.
I mean, to be fair, that guy coming in and asked for a drink, that was a job interview. So I think the dog wins out on that one. All right, whatever. So it's nighttime. Oh, the Congressionals mentioned earlier on that they were going to have dinner with Barb. So this is that scene. They have dinner with Barb. They ask her to find Cora D, but before she can answer, she has to go to the kitchen to attend to something. Axel shows up with the freedom fighter. He looks for Charlie. Charlie's like, I lost my vision in the war. Yeah, I lost my war and my vision. I had a mean vision going on about the future, and I lost it, so I stabbed my eyes out. Wasn't going to use it anymore. And he's like, oh, also, Barb took Seattle much tougher than I did. You should leave before she sees you. Too late. She sees him, runs up, punches him in the face, tells him to leave.
Axel, played by Jango Fett.
Yes!
Oh, that's why it looks so familiar the whole time.
Because you've seen 6 million of him in all of the clothes.
Yeah. Also, we saw him covered in cheetah makeup in The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Also, I think this was the most pointless scene. Charlie counting down him being punched.
Oh, yeah. 3, 2, her like walking forward in the heels. 1, whoosh, get out of here. So whatever. He leaves, but also Charlie's outside, and he's like, oh, I can help. And I'm just like, oh, this movie's moving so painfully slow. It like I want to say we're like a half hour into the movie at this point.
4 minutes into the movie.
Dude, what happens in one scene is we learn something. Then in the next scene, all those characters in that scene learn that thing we learned. Then in the scene after that, all those people that learn something tell that to a new character that we'll never see again and doesn't matter.
And then they discuss it amongst themselves.
Yeah, and then they learn a new thing because they're exchanging ideas. So we follow Axel and Cora. They go to the Resistance. They meet Commander Spike. She's got a robot voice, and she's like, I don't know, 23 or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe she's 42. I can't tell age. They are looking for the contact lenses because Cora needs them to get past the retinal scanner for the plane that leaves in 24 hours to Canada. So they can take I don't know if they learned this yet, but they have to take... No, we learn that later. I won't mention that. Never mind. The word is that Krebs gave the contact lenses to Schmitz. But who knows where he is? Who can help us? Barb Wire. Uh-oh! We go to a bail bondsman, which is where Schmitz works. He's the bail bondsman. That's the bail bondsman who they're talking about. That's Clint Howard. He's not there, but the Congressionals kick in the door, murder everybody. Immediately. They kick, move! And then I love it, too, because afterwards he's like, usually we try to make some arrests, and the head's like, why did you kill everyone? He goes, we're sorry. They resisted. I was like...
All right.
Accurate? Yeah.
Nothing's changed!
Nothing has changed.
So, we go back to the Hammerhead. Barb flashes back to the war when Axel promised to meet her on that plane, but sent somebody else to say, I won't be there. You gotta go.
This scene was comically bad.
Dude. Danny Money.
Yes.
You're the only one here, I presume. I don't think I asked you. The only one here who has seen Casablanca, right?
Nope.
Delta, you never seen Casablanca?
Yes.
I presume this is where it starts? The absolute ripoff of the film?
A little bit, yeah.
Or before, are we already seeing things you're like, that's Casablanca?
Yeah.
What
kind of like a little bit with how like Curly acts and also Charlie acts is like the same with in Casablanca. Rick, right hand man being Sam, the piano player.
Okay. So Curly is Sam, basically.
Yeah. Well, both Curly and Charlie kind of play like a dueling role.
Oh, okay, they split it up. Okay, because okay, that makes sense. I really felt it was weird that they were that was two characters. I felt like one of them was unnecessary.
Exactly, yeah.
Literally the only thing I know about Casablanca is the fake ending in The Simpsons. the one they make for the old people where it ends on a happy note.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, they end up finding it underground or something like that. Yeah. Where'd you find that? Underground. You should go bury it again. But, yeah... a little bit, but in Casablanca, it wasn't so much a whole, like, war helicopter scene as much as it was just him in a bar waiting for her to show up. But, like, in Casablanca, they did more detail into it and be like, oh, yeah, we spent these last few days together. Things are great. Oh, tomorrow the Nazis show up. Oh, meet me here tomorrow and we'll leave from here. And she never shows up. Yeah.
What are their jobs in Casablanca?
Rick just owns a bar, Sam plays piano, and Elsa is was a resistance fighter.
Oh, okay. I wanted to see who was what. Yeah, okay. So, Schmitz shows up, Clint Howard. He says he wants to trade the lenses for safe passage out of Steel Harbor. Barb isn't interested. Schmitz says, oh, you're going to regret this. And then hides the lenses under her sink in the kitchen. Yeah. Like the bar's kitchen. And Charlie hears him do this. Even though he's a level, like, the next floor above them. He, I guess, echolocates what's going on. Well,
yeah, when you lose your sense of vision, you turn into a bat.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen Daredevil.
But not in a bar that's active. because then you won't hear when the girl walks away from you. We go to congressionals, right? Yeah. And they're doing a memory scan of one of the dead guys from the bail bondsman. And they see Barb Wire, and they're like, all right, go arrest her. And we go to the Hammerhead. Axel shows up when Barb is in the very small tub, like martini glass tub.
With see-through walls.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't there? Why? I mean, what do you paint your walls? Get out of town, hi, Mighty Delta. I know you're a king and shit, but come on.
That's what you do with your fancy title money? You paint your walls?
Paint your walls?
You think I get my title fixed?
No. So she pulls a gun, and they make out, and they go downstairs to meet Cora D, who's Axel's wife. Oh, that's awkward. Cora explains that she worked on 12-hour aids, and when she learned that, she defected, married for ID purposes, and then have just been running ever since.
And this is where they reveal that she has the antidote, right?
Yeah, right after Axel continues. Like, she's got the cure in her system. We need to get it to the Truce Commission in Canada. And this is Barb's like, you're out of my price range.
Oh, it was the Truce Commission?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Truth Commission.
No.
I thought, like, the UN, like, if someone told a lie, you'd go to the UN and be like, psst, this is the actual... That makes more sense.
Oh, yeah,
the
no.
Truce
We're
Commission.
also not going to get, like, the Jackal and Kurgan to show up. So, what do we have here? Oh, as they're talking in the office, the congressionals bust in, and there's nobody in there, so they retina scan Charlie, but he has no retinas. And they try to retina scan Cora D, but Charlie has this pocket knife scrambler thing, and he uses it to make the scanner, like, not work.
Well, I think he just, like, stabbed it or poked it or, like, sabotaged it somehow.
Oh, really?
Like, unscrewed something.
Dude, I definitely thought he had a radio hidden in his pocket knife.
Oh.
And was, like, sending out waves
That's
to
what I
scramble
thought,
it.
too.
No,
Yeah!
no, I thought he just, like unscrewed something.
No, yeah, I thought that...
Because they left it sitting next to him.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then what kind of fucking blind person is he to know, like, oh, the rectal scan's right next to me.
How about-
It's time to fucking
That whole
unscrew this.
echolocation. Good at echolocation.
Seriously.
How about what kind of, like, evil army has one retinal scanner and they're like, it's not working. Well, better luck next time. You're free to go.
I mean,
Well, with the way the guy leader acted, the type of army that has shitty technology. Because he seemed like it was like, nothing new here. Fuck this shit.
it's a bureaucracy. You get what you have, and you gotta wait for the next. You gotta requisition forms, and you take time. And
You got to fill out the WC-17, and that's the request to request the repair of this.
See, you watch MASH. They're all friendly. They used to trade supplies with people. These guys, they're evil. They don't trade shit. They get nothing.
Also, this is the scene, to me, that totally destroys the movie. Completely.
Yeah?
So, Cora has the whatever, serum to stop the virus in her symptom.
in her blood.
And we also learn that Charlie, his retinas can't be red because he's blind.
Yeah.
Scoop out her eyes or make her... Look, if you literally have the cure to the most deadly biological disease, give up your eyes. Like, it is what it is. Go to Canada, give up your eyes.
I mean...
But at the same time, if she's worked on the diseases for them and only just realized it now, the actual disease, what other projects has she worked on in the past that, might be diseases that she actually knows, like, the cure for? Or
Does she need her eyes to know what the diseases are?
No, but I would figure she needs her eyes for the science.
Like, to get on the plane?
No,
Or,
not to get on the plane, but what are you going to tell me? We're going to pop out her eyes when she gets to Canada. Here you go, pop them back in.
No, she has no eyes forever.
Yeah, but...
Scientists in Canada are going to take her blood and do some good shit with that. I don't think you understand sacrifice, Danny Money. I don't think you... Like, he's the fucking guy who's like, listen, the nuclear reactor's got to blow. You got to go in there and shut it off. All right, so I'll go in there, shut it off, and then we'll come out and party. No. well, you're not gonna survive going in there. Oh, so I go in, shut it off, and then I go to the hospital for a few days. No, it's not how it works. So we all go in.
No. Only one person's going in, and you're the only one who the hand scanner will work for. So it's got to be you. Oh, that sucks that we're all going to die.
See, I figured once you got to Canada, it'd be like a blood drive kind of thing, every 3 months, they take out like a pint of blood.
Man, it's going to take a real long time.
You're rationing her blood. Man.
Listen, let's say she's just like type A or really rare blood type. Either way, everybody else is fucked.
Oh my God. I don't think they're literally going to be like, well, I guess drain her and we'll see. We'll use that up.
Bring in Dr. Mosquito. He's the best hematologist we have in our business.
And there's Danny Money. Dr. Mosquito. I got him.
Punches the man in the fucking face.
Oh my God. Danny Money just killed the only doctor who could save the world.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. I heard he was working in Africa. He probably caught malaria. You don't know.
We saw you smush him.
He's a man. Like, you didn't squeeze. You smothered him with a pillow, money. His body's right there. You're going to jail. Oh, so where are we? Oh, they retina scan a blind guy. Doesn't work. Maybe it's black magic. Maybe it's also another type of black magic. It's either the black magic where he has a radio in his pocket knife, or the black magic where a blind guy can just find screws on a machine he's never touched before. The Congressionals just bust up the place searching for it. After they leave, Charlie's like, were they looking for these? And she's like, yes, awesome. Now I can sell them to the highest bidder. And Charlie's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're not going to use it to, get back at the guys who just fucked you? And she's like, I don't choose sides. But I'm like, I really feel like you are, though. Yeah. Like, every time you say I don't choose sides, I feel like you've definitely just chosen a side.
I don't think you know what that means.
I don't think she knows that choosing yourself is still a side.
Dude. Amazing, the disconnect. So, we go to Big Fatso. Barb tries to broker a deal with Big Fatso.
The father from...
No, it's
Fresh
not who
Prince.
it is. It's not, no. He was one of the guys the father from Fresh Prince put in jail. Or rescued from jail. I only saw a picture, I don't know.
There's also another picture where he was intimidating the family from Full House.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Uncle Jesse, like, cowering in a corner with the girls, and Big Fatso, like, standing over them in a bar. And I was like, what could the context of this possibly be?
Uncle Jesse had a gig, and then the owner didn't want to pay him. And he's like, you're going to pay me. And the bouncer was like, we got a problem. And he was like, no.
Then he had his whole family with him.
Yeah. And then...
Put the girls in danger.
Sure. And then, I don't know, maybe Michelle was like, check it, dude, or something like that. And then Uncle Joey did some puppet thing, and everyone was like, oh my God, he's awful.
And then Michelle comes downstairs, and she's like, Grandpa didn't wake up. That's the only episode I remember.
And then we just kind of tried not to show the middle one, because she's still addicted to meth. Don't show her.
She's back,
In pog form? What do you mean? Where she's back? What? Like,
What do you mean? They brought the show back.
Yeah. Oh, she wasn't on the show.
Full House.
Yeah, Fuller House. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on it. Like everybody except for the Michelle.
Yeah.
Like they're all back.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you announced that like, hey, finally.
No. That's not a good thing. It's just like she's done.
Oh no, it's not a
She
good
did
thing.
Full House, then a bunch of meth,
Yeah.
and now she's on Fuller House.
To be fair, she didn't do Full House then a bunch of meth. She did Full House and the meth at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of hand in hand. Shouldn't be talking about this. That woman had a very poor life. That's fucking awful.
Well, Kremlin Frojangle, he takes these orphans.
She probably was one of them, yeah. So, we go to Charlie. He's going to meet Spike, the leader of the Freedom Fighters, for something. I don't know. He didn't really... Oh, to tell him about the contact lenses. But she's dead.
I felt like a tremendous piece of garbage watching this, because I was like, he's blind. How the hell is he going to get to this other place in town? And I was like, oh, wait, blind people, like real-life blind people get around. Never mind, that's not a plot hole.
He doesn't even have a dog. How's he going to go places?
I mean, it still does confuse me. All he has is a stick, and he finds his way from place to place.
Yeah, like, he can only go to places he's been to before. Which... That's just tough.
Yeah.
Every time he goes somewhere, he has to take a step back. So you're like, well, I've been there before. Where are you going? This way, one step forward. Now I got to take a step back. Okay, well, now I've been there. I can. So Charlie is arrested by congressionals because that's who killed Spike. Big Fatso agrees to all of Barb's demands because she was brokering a deal. We go back to Charlie. They torture him. With the, I guess, pleasure machine, too, but it definitely hurts him.
Oh, yeah.
He is a one-nut dude. He was getting wrecked. He was like, "Wah!" I was like, oh, man, bro. Look, when he says stop sucking, you stop sucking. And they're like, where's the lenses? And he's like, the Easter Bunny has them. Okay, I'll tell you. Guy has him. Fat guy. Red suit. And I was like, how does he know Big Fatso has him? He's like, Chris Kringle. I was like, he got me. You're good. You can go home. I'm the worst torturer in the world. Yeah. That was a salad joke. You get out of here. Go ahead. God, what do you do? Oh, he killed the president's wife. Oh, shit. Oh. Take me with you. You're not gonna trust me after this. So yeah, Chris Kringle, they kill him. Blam, he's dead. Well, not blam, they torture him to death.
Yeah.
Also, they say that we can't read his memory because he has no visual data from the time period.
Surprise!
Yeah. Like, there's no reason I should have known any of that. But when I learned it, I felt like they were the idiots. And that's like, I was like, duh, dummies. Everybody knows that. We go back to the Hammerhead.
Just so you know, that's like an exact plot point in the latest season of Black Mirror.
Well, that a blind guy doesn't have visual memory, so you can't read his mind.
Yeah.
Is it also terrible?
Well, yeah, because it's a baby, and someone's like, I'm gonna kill this baby so it can't be a witness. And then the cops show up and be like, and the baby was blind. And I was like, really? Like this?
Still a baby! Yeah. What do you mean? Who killed him? It might have been Mr. Johansson, or a giraffe, or my mom. I'm not good with faces yet. I don't really know. Fucking baby. So we go back to the Hammerhead. Barb's like, that's it. It's all over. I'm giving you the bar, Curly. And Curly's like, oh, I can't believe blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, where's Charlie? Oh, he went to go see Spike. Zoom in Dutch angle on Barb. What?
Spike?
What did... Wasn't that in Batman Forever where the guy was like, oh!
Boiling acid!
Movie loaded with Dutch angles. Yeah, that's where it was from.
The best part is, it's like right at the beginning of the movie, like the safe starts filling with liquid, and right away the guard knows. He's like, boiling acid!
Oh, both movies start out with breaking open a safe.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
This guy's a one-trick pony.
This guy, who didn't technically do that one, is a one-trick. He stole it from his, mentor. Opening safes. That's how you open movies.
Yeah.
A movie's like a safe. You gotta start with opening them.
You start with the opening.
I mean, he's not wrong, but also he's not smart. So yeah, Charlie's was. Hop in the van. Let's go. We go to the resistance place that Charlie met. Charlie is crucified, hanging off the catwalk.
Yep.
Wow,
This is sick. There are so many connections between this and other movies we've done.
What?
Well, between, like, this is the second movie in a row we've done that has a crucifixion, End of Days.
Yes.
And then, the entire cast of this has been in other movies we've done, except somehow Pamela Anderson.
Well, with good reason. Cora and Axel show up, and they're like, let's go. And Curly's like, I'll take care of Charlie. And Barb loads up all her guns and drives away. I love the load-up scene. It's like... And what she does is she takes a shotgun...
Yes!
And the shells fly out of the gun, and then it cuts to her loading it back up again.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Hey, look, those shotgun shells passed their expiration date, so I can't use them. It's like some weird murderous Mr. Monk. Like, I gotta clean the shotguns. They're dirty, I dropped them. Get new ones. We go back to Big Fatso. Right, we arrive at the roadblock, and Barb's like, here's the lenses. And Axel's like, what? I can't believe you do this. Yeah, oh, my God. And she's like, I do what I want. And he's like, all right.
I don't remember him being Cogney.
That's how he talks.
Really?
Yeah. Look, that's the way I remember Jango Fett talking. Take Captain Solo to the cargo.
Oh, I thought you were doing the impression of Big Fatso.
No, Axel freaks out.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Axel, where's
Yeah.
Genoshians? I don't think he ever actually said Genoshians in the whole film. I don't think a stormtrooper...
I'm just a man trying to make my way in the universe.
Oh, yeah, here's the lenses. Part 2 of the deal is safe passage to Canada, but Fatso double-crosses them and the congressionals come in. The head congressional makes... Chief Willis arrest Barb, but he secretly gives her a grenade, which she throws into Big Fatso's tummy.
But not directly.
No.
She throws it really high in the air, and everyone goes, run away!
And it dings off of, like, a loudspeaker and, like, ricochets onto his gut, and he's like, uh-oh. He blows up.
What is he made out of that he blows up like that?
Donuts?
Chicken grease.
All right.
All the fire, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a giant grease fire.
Makes sense.
Damn. So they jump back in the van. They drive off. Barb tells Axel drive, and if there's an emergency, pull this yellow lever. And she hops on her motorcycle, drives out the back. I don't know where the hell she goes. You don't see her for like 5 minutes.
No, she drives there are cars directly behind them, and then she drives out, and then who knows where she goes?
Like right past the cars,
Yeah.
and it's just nothing. It's no problem. After some shooting and driving and chasing, the van approaches another roadblock that, oh no, how are we going to get past this? Is this an emergency? Pull a lever. What happens whenever you pull a yellow emergency lever? Rockets shoot out of the front.
Yep.
And they blow up the roadblock. They drive through, but crash afterwards. The chase continues on foot. Barb arrives on her motorcycle, shoots some guys, and continues down on her motorcycle. Everyone meets up, and she's like, get to the airport, I'm going off alone, and drives away. And Axel's like, I'm going after her, and runs after her, and okay.
And then I was waiting for the sheriff to be like, I'm going after him.
Yeah, me too. But I love it, too, because he's like, she drives off on her motorcycle. He's like, I'm going after her. And she drives off. And he runs like 10 feet. And 6 guys with guns. And he's like, oh, shit. I'll get to safety by climbing this ladder. And he climbs the ladder. And the guys are just like, ricocheting on. Ding, dong, dong, ding, dong, dong. I'm like, how's he not dead?
Well, first, I just want to mention in the whole chase scene, I really wonder what cars are made of in their version of 2019 or 2020 if every car has like a C4 connected to it, because I felt like the littlest like bangs that they gave it, the car would just explode completely.
Yeah, no, that's just old fashioned like 80s, even though this is 96. That's 80s action movies, dude.
Car crash, boom,
dude. What was it? I think it was was it Billy Oak's Cop? I think where he tells Billy to go get a vehicle and he comes back like a garbage truck or something like that. They're driving down the road in the garbage truck and they drive down like a residential road and there's cars parked on the side. Every car he hits, it's just a garbage truck going, I don't know, 40? Hitting into parked cars. I mean, the cars are flying, but Fireballs!
Sturdy old American craftsmanship.
Say, Bill, I noticed your car is getting a little squeaky. When's the last time you covered it in gasoline and oil?
You remember those good old Reagan years, the 80s, when he was like, get rid of all the regulations. And then anytime you got to do a fender bender, your car just exploded.
Yeah. You broke 8 necks. Bystanders, their necks would break. It would just snap.
The shockwave.
Oh, man, it was dangerous. Men working at the factory, cars would get in an accident and go, oh, I worked on that one! Workman's comp, they're out.
And then also in this scene, too, where she has to shoot out with the guys, another pointless scene that I thought was really pointless. You see her shooting one of the guys on the roof. She shoots him, and then you just, like, see him, like, stumble off the roof and fall down. And for some reason, like, it's got to be for, like, 10 seconds of just him just, like, stumbling, then finally falling off the roof, then tumbling down the roof, down from the roof in slow motion. And then when I got it on, I was like, you're not even going to show him fall down and hit the ground? We're just going to switch over to another scene? I was like, why even bother?
You don't get the payoff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so what do we have here? Barb's looking for the head congressional. Where is he? He's got to be somewhere out here. He plows through the wall with a forklift.
Yeah.
And pins her leg between the forklift and a motorcycle, and then pins a car, like, on the other side of the motorcycle, so she's trapped as shit. But somehow her legs aren't crushed.
Yeah.
Because they really should be. He starts driving in circles, laughing maniacally, just, literal circles, actual circles. They do an overhead shot, and you see it's just like figure eights. While that's happening, Axel, I guess he's managed to... Oh, I think I skipped that. He climbs to the top of the ladder and shoots a red silo of some sort. It's red, so you know what happens. It blows up, yeah. One of the guys lights on fire. I don't know if you saw that. There's like 4 guys, 3 jump away, 1 on fire, immediately just falls to the ground. So he's on top or whatever. He's fighting one dude. Punch. He punches him off the crane, which is spinning the whole time they're fighting up there for some reason. He goes inside, and he does like one of those casual, like, hey, how's it going? What's this lever do? What's that lever do?
There was a guy working the crane the whole time, just spinning it in a circle.
Didn't know his men stomping around, getting body slammed on his head.
The gunshots are exploding.
No! At no time did he think, why are those men shooting technically at me? At me, technically. Didn't care.
Oh, if I get hit one of them ricochets, this is going to be some workers' comp for a long time.
That's what he was hoping for. He was like, best day of my life.
Well, he gets the payoff because Django Fett punches him in the, like, he's like,
face.
What's that lever do? What's that lever do? Boom! Punch in the nose. Workers' comp.
There you go. Going home to his wife. Although she's kind of annoying. Oh, boy, this was a mistake.
Yeah. She just goes around the house and goes, bloop, and, like, uses her magic.
Yeah, y'all remember I Dream of Genie, too, where a construction worker got a genie. And then he got on working with cop, and somehow, once again, his life didn't get better. I don't know what it is with just, it's genies, or it's, it's women. It's gotta be women.
No, you remember in Aladdin, like, having the genie as a curse or something?
But only when he meets Jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, it's fine. He tricks the genie into like getting her free wish. Then he meets the lady. He's like, I'll just give them all away for free. Oh, well. Man, genies are a real kick in the pants to women. Whatever. So, Django Fett's in the crane. He picks up the forklift that Barb and the Nazi guy are fighting on.
Well, here's the thing. They're not fight at this point. Like, he's driving, and the head Nazi is like, now I will shoot you finally.
Yes.
Aims, and then Django Fett picks the forklift up, causing him to miss with, I guess, his only bullet?
Sure.
Because after that, he's like, well, I guess we're just going for a ride now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he should have just shot her again, but immediately he stands up and they start to wrestle and they knock the gun out of their hands. There it goes. See you later, gun. So they fight on the forklift around and fighting, and then all of a sudden the Nazi guy is just like, you know what? This is like my favorite song. I Got You, Babe. Babe! Releases the hook lever thing, and the whole forklift drops, and it explodes, and he's dead.
I was like, is this a callback to earlier?
I couldn't figure it out. So I had to look up I Got You, Babe, and this is what I got. In the middle of the song, there's this paragraph of a lyric.
Oh, my God.
They say our love won't pay the rent. Before it's earned, our money's all been spent. I guess that's so. We don't have a plot, but at least I'm sure of all the things we've got. So that's probably what he's talking about.
Well, this movie doesn't have a plot.
No,
so...
we spent all the money too. So, well, I know we got Pam Henderson. I know we have that.
Yeah,
that's what we have. Yeah.
So I'll sing, and then you just drop me.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So yeah, he's dead. Explosion. She hangs and like looks down like with squint eyes and wind blowing. I'm the hero. I'm a hero the town needs. Not the one it deserves. So we go to the airport, which I presume this whole scene was ripped directly from Casablanca. So we go to the airport. Barb shows up just in time to give the lenses to Cora D. And Willis, he like turns around and whistles the "Whee, hold that plane." And I go, that was so awkward. It had to be taken from something else. They say their goodbyes. Axel drags his thumb across Barb's lip, which is sexy in some universe. And then he fist bumps Willis, and he gets on the plane. And then Willis is like, "So, Barb, where are you going to go?" And she's like, "Look, I got that debit card from Big Fatso." And he's like, she's like, "Paris is nice." And he's like, "I do believe I'm falling in love," which I'm almost positive is
is that like the exact ending?
And then, he's like, "I do believe I'm falling in love." And she goes, "Get in line." Lightning crashes as she poses sexily with suddenly an Uzi in her hand. End of film.
TSA arrests her, tackles her to the ground.
UN does something finally.
Oh, wait, no, they don't.
No,
they go, "Hey, you."
Dirty rat.
We do something, but one of our guys said, "No, you can't do that." So you can't do that,
Whatever.
but you can.
So yeah, how close was that to the ending of, or whatever scene in Casablanca that was?
Not at all, really.
Really, no?
No,
that
because-
seemed like it was totally Casablanca.
No, because the way Casablanca goes out is, they're at the airport, but Rick, which would be Barb, takes Lewis, which would be the sheriff, to the airport, and is like, "Okay, now, write their names on the passage papers," which I guess would be the equivalent of the contact lenses.
Sure.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, fill in their names so they can get on the plane and leave, and then like the head Nazi guy shows up, and then Rick just shoots him, and that's like the end of the film. Well, they go into like the whole him telling her to get on the plane and that they'll always have Paris, but that was pretty much it. End of the film, and then it's just him and Lewis just walking away in the distance, and because they had placed a bet on if they would, the couple would end up leaving Casablanca or not.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, this is going to be a start of a beautiful friendship," and that was it.
I mean, they did a good job of tricking me into thinking it was Casablanca, because, the whole airport and steam thing was enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did, like, that whole end scene seemed like just fake. It really seemed like faking out of place, yeah. Forced and, all that stuff. Oh, man. So, that's the end of the film. Could you guys make a sequel? They obviously did not. They did not make a sequel.
And they stopped the comic book.
And they also stopped the comic book, yeah. What do you guys... Danny Money, what do you have?
My sequel would be her and the sheriff end up, going to Paris. But what she never realized was that he was actually on like a secret side undercover mission, and like one day he ends up drugging her, and she ends up waking up in the Pentagon.
The Pentagon, oh my.
Yeah, of the what was the bad guys?
The Congressional Directorate or whatever, yeah.
And so basically, the movie is her trying to like break out of the Pentagon being held by the congressional, whatever their guys.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So mine,
Delta,
she
yeah.
also goes to Paris.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
They
right.
set that up. That's
She
what-
says, I'm going to Paris. So obviously she goes to Paris.
Yeah.
And instead of doing, like, Civil War, I just decided, like, full, like, just dumb comic shit, where...
It's slapstick now. Her and her mom joined the police force. No.
Join the police academy, and then Carl Winslow makes funny noises. No, and then you know, Paris ends up getting attacked by a race of underground mole people who have been breeding underground. So she has to, I don't know, join forces with the Parisian underground against the mole men.
Sure.
All right.
Why not? Do you guys remember, like, 5 years ago, maybe something like that? People were like, so we found the plot line to Casablanca 2. Return to Casablanca.
Nope.
No? Oh,
No.
well, apparently a while back, some people found, like, the synopsis to Casablanca 2, which they never read. The guy just wrote a synopsis for. So that's what my sequel is based off of. It's based off of the synopsis to Casablanca 2, Return to Casablanca, which is... where am I? Oh, in Paris, Barb Wire runs a winery with her husband Rick and her son Alex. However, it turns out that Rick isn't Alex's father, it's Axel. The boy, after learning of his real father and his freedom fighting, returns to Steel Harbor to find his father, who is there on a mission for the Resistance. Which is basically what happens in number 2. It's that Ilsa has a kid by Rick, and it's not the husband or whatever it is that she think it is, and then the
That's
kid
like
finds out
Nazis.
and tries to go find Rick, and they fight. Oh yeah, the Nazi stuff. Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean that Nazis have been in control if the kid's old enough to... If he got her pregnant and there were Nazis...
Yeah.
And that means the
He's
Nazis
like
been...
18. He's not. We're not sending a 12-year-old to go fight Nazis. He's definitely like 20-something.
So in Casablanca 2, like, the guy wrote it, and he was like, well, I assume the Nazis are going to win this war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Return to Casablanca. So this would be Barbed Wire to Return to Steel Harbor.
Got it.
All
It's
right.
got to be what it is. All right, so why would you make this? I think we already kind of mentioned some of this. I don't know, but the story was written by the creator of the L Word, who is a lesbian. So I mean, that's the influence we have on one side, and then just some neckbeard looking guy. I don't know if he is. He just looks neckbeardy. He wrote things like Hard Target, Dark Man, Virus, which we did,
Yeah.
and Navy SEALs. That joke from Clerks, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, those are the people who made the story, and the director Adam Rifkin, who directed things like The Dark Backwards and The Chase.
The Chase is a 90s Charlie Sheen movie where they used to play it on Comedy Central, which is why I'm familiar with
Exactly.
it. Where he you know,
Kidnaps a woman.
Kidnaps a woman with
Yeah.
a candy bar, and then they drive to Mexico.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. Yeah. The Dark Backwards is a Bill Paxton film where he's a terrible stand-up comedian who gets encouraged to keep doing it by his accordion-playing friend, and then suddenly he grows a third arm out of his back.
What?
I know, that's all I know. I have yet to watch it. It's in my queue. I keep going, I gotta fucking, but I don't know what it's about. So that was the original director, Adam Rifkin, who did those two things. But they didn't like the stuff he was doing, so he got replaced with David Hogan, whose only experience was music videos, and as we said, being the second unit director for Batman Forever. Which the second unit director is the director for the second unit, because there's a first unit and a second unit. And the second unit are just pickup shots, like location shots, stunt work, or anything that, you know, this is a scene where there are no main stars in it, you know, just, yeah. So, yeah, I guess inexperience on everybody's side, really. The director didn't really kind of know what he was doing. Pam Anderson... not very good at acting. She didn't really have a lot of force behind her lines and delivery. And the writers, all the things I told you they did after this.
Oh my god!
Like I think
this was their warm up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hard Target and Darkman might have come before this, but
I've never seen Darkman, but that's Liam Neeson, right?
I think so. I know Huge he likes that. Isn't that Take the Fucking Stuffed Elephant? Or is that something else?
No, that wasn't that
Taken?
Spawn?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Dark Man.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace?
Yeah. Oh, I remember that scene, yeah, where he's like, Obi-Wan, get on the ship. Anakin, take the fucking stuff out of it. Yeah, it's some weird thing where, like, he has powers or something like that, and then he goes to a carnival with his wife, and he's like, oh, I'll win you a prize. And I think, like, he can't win it, and the guy, like, makes fun of him, so he uses his powers to, like, just fucking wreck the guy's hands, or, like, he, like, cracks his fingers, like, or something like that. And he takes the elephant. He's like, I won this. And he's like, take it, to his wife. She's like, I don't want it. He's like, take the fucking elephant. And then all of a sudden, like, whatever thing he has hits him, so he goes, take the fucking elephant. And, like, runs away.
His bonitis
starts up. Yeah, like, it's a combination bonitis flares up, and his, like, clay face cream wears off, so his face starts melting. Like, so yeah, that's why this happened. Maybe, I don't know.
Could be.
It could have been. I probably doubt it. So join us next time, along with Noomi Rapace, Joel Egerton, and Will Smith for the 2017 action crime fantasy Bright.
Oh my God.
A lot of people said Bright is not good. It's the Netflix original, and we're gonna watch it.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, it's just one of these things where it's like so fucking like every plot point you're like, ugh, really? This now?
What is this, 92?
Yeah. We're fucking doing Bright.
All right, so what do we have here? VictoryProWrestling.com.
Victory Pro Wrestling returns live to Center Reach, Long Island, New York on February 10th.
10? Yeah.
February 10th.
Okay.
Yep. For the Queen of New York tournament.
I don't want to ruin it by asking, do you even have enough women?
Probably not.
But still, please come!
But still, please come, because, look, I'll be there. I am the current New York State champion. Just beat Fighter Cat.
That's right.
And I'm going to be doing stuff. Who knows what? I know the Hurricane will be there, Shane Helms.
Is he legally allowed?
I don't know.
Is he like Sugar Shane Helms or like Spectacular Shane or something like that? Or...
Tropical Storm.
Tropical Depression, Shane Helms.
Yeah, so he'll be there.
That's what he said.
Yeah. I'm not even joking. If I'm fucking booked against him, so I'm using that.
You're using that,
yeah. If I'm not, maybe Puppet Delta will get approved, and he will.
Yeah. It's a matter of Helms getting sad.
Oh.
Turning it into Tropical Depression. Oh, that's good shit. All right, yeah, so VictoryProWrestling.com for everything.
Yeah, VictoryProWrestling.com. They just updated the site, apparently, I've been told.
I saw that.
Yeah, look at that. You've seen it. Cool.
Yeah. Cool, so go there.
Yep.
WWYMT.com for everything. Why would you make this? Links to the podcast and the YouTube. Have you updated it since I yelled at you?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, you're like fucking 6 episodes behind.
No, by the time this episode's out, it's fully updated, and I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you're like 3 YouTube videos behind, too. Like,
yeah. But, yeah.
Dude, winter was hard.
Yeah.
Although, 6 episodes means 3 months, so... Technically,
that's winter?
That's October.
That's winter.
Oh, okay.
It's all winter.
All winter's hard.
If I can't go to the beach, it's winter.
Well, you're not living your life right, because my parents went to the beach like 3 times this winter. Like crazy people. They also do have a house on wheels, so... They probably just stayed inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, that's WWYMT.com for everything this and that related. What else do we have? Oh, intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. No, we don't do anything. No taking us out.
Taking us
I
out.
don't do that anymore.
But
I was going to look up Welcome to Planet Boom, which is the original song Tommy Lee wrote for this movie, which got like a Golden Razzie nomination. You know, the terrible awards, it got a Golden Razzie for it, but no. I spoke the words to I Got You, Babe. That's enough of a song.
Got it.
I should point out, we're way past the point, but this movie did win a Golden Razzie for Pamela Anderson being the worst actress. And it also got like 5 other nominees for like worst screenplay, worst on-screen couple. Her boobs. All right, yeah. So please, next time, Bright, VictorProWrestling.com, WhyWouldyouMakeThis.com. No, WWYMG.com. We really should buy that too.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, what do you got fucking money? I don't got fucking money. You go. Anyway, so for Danny Money and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.